Welcome back once again. Another very easy, simple salad. We're going to use some AZUZUki beans or ADZUKI beans in this one. It is delicious. Let's go and do it. So let's take a look at what we have. I've got our cooked beans here, AZUZUki beans or ADZUKI beans, also known as CHOY, also known as red cow peas. They're cooked. Wash them, then they take a while to cook. They're little small fellows, but they take quite a while to cook. So I cooked them for about 30 minutes. And then I've got here some parsley, flat leaf parsley, and then small amount of onion, cucumber, bell peppers, and tomato. Then we're going to make a really simple dressing of lemon juice, olive oil, tiny amount of garlic, and some Dijon mustard. Whip it all together, it's delicious. So, small little bowl, lemon juice or lime juice. Now I like to go equal parts of the olive oil and the lemon juice. Tiny amount of garlic. And then we're going to go with a decent amount of a Dijon mustard. If you wanted it to be really tangy, go for an English mustard that's really quite strong. Simply we're just going to give that a little mix together. Now if you don't want to use lemon, you could be using a vinegar or like a balsamic vinegar or a white vinegar. And that's it, very simple. So we have our mixing bowl there with our beans in already. Little bit of chopped cucumber, onion, keep it nice and small. The bell peppers, a little bit of colour, a bit of tomato. And then quite a large amount of chopped parsley in there. We're going to add some black pepper to this. And some salt. We're going to put that really simple vinaigrette in. I'm going to give that a mix and I'll be back in a moment. And that's it. Absolutely beautiful, lovely little salad. Hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, please. Do give us a thumbs up. Leave a comment and say hi. We'll see you soon. Lots of love. Hello, how you doing? On the menu today, we're going to make a beautiful cauliflower and potato curry, Indian style with coconut milk. It's really delicious. Quite easy, doesn't take that long. Let's go and take a look at the ingredients that we need. Okay, let's take a look at what we need for this. And before I start, just to let you know, all of the amounts for everything are going to be in the text below. So we've got some cauliflower, potato, coconut milk, fresh green chilli, onion, garlic ginger paste. In here we've got what I call the big four, equal parts of chili powder, coriander, turmeric and cumin powder, or you could use that absolutely delicious homemade curry powder that I made earlier. Check that out, I'll leave the video at the end. Cumin seeds, black mustard seeds, and here we've got some fresh coriander or cilantro. I'm going to start this off with some oil. I'm actually going to use some coconut oil today. You could use something different if you want. Let's get to the cooker. Okay, so I've got my wok here. You're going to use a pan or something. And like I say, today I'm using coconut oil. If you want to use a different oil, go ahead. I know some people don't like coconut oil. I actually love it. So I'm going to melt that down, heat it up, then we'll be ready. Okay, so we're going to start off by dropping in our whole seeds. And the seeds we're using today are cumin seeds and black mustard seeds. And you just want them to do their thing in that oil. They'll infuse that oil and give it a really lovely flavour. So don't skip this part. It's probably just going to take about 30, 50 seconds. And that is absolutely wonderful. Let's start off by dropping in our onion. Now I'm using red onion and I've sliced it. You could of course chop it smaller or use a different colour onion, no problem. We're going to go for about 3 minutes on a fairly lively heat, above medium. Keep it moving now. And then we'll be ready. Next up we're going to add our potatoes. fantastic. I mean, the aromas off this already are incredible. Right, we're going to drop in our potatoes. So like I say, peeled potatoes, and then I give them a nice wash and cut them up. We're going to go for about 4 minutes now. Keep it moving. Just want to give our potatoes a really nice head start. So we're just giving those potatoes a little head start. I'm now going to put in our cauliflower. I was about to say broccoli. And again, let's go for 3 more minutes, stirring it around. I'll see you then. Fabulous. So I'm going to now just add in our chilli, our fresh chilli. Now I'm putting mine in whole. You can chop it if you want. That's up to you. We're going to add some salt. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of water just to, again, help the potatoes and the cauliflower on its way. See you in about 2 minutes. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. We're really going to spice this up now and get it moving. So we're going to add our garlic ginger paste. In that goes now. It's about a tablespoon there of garlic ginger paste. We're also going to add our spices. Now, like I say, you could be using that curry powder that I made, or a curry powder you have, but I'm going turmeric, cumin, coriander and chili powder, equal amounts of. We're going to cook this now, stirring all the time for 3 minutes. Keep it moving all the time now, because we've got our spices in, and if they burn they get very bitter, so just keep it moving around. This really is coming along so well. Very simply, we're going to drop in now our coconut milk. In that goes. We're going to turn the heat down, not to a simmer, but just above a simmer. I'm going to pop a lid on this. We're going to let this go, possibly, maybe, I don't know, 8 minutes. We've got to check it. Keep an eye on your potatoes. You want our potatoes to be nice and tender. I reckon it's going to be about 8 minutes. Give it a stir every now and then. We're pretty much done. This is fabulous. Okay, off goes the heat, off comes the lid, and out gets the steam. That is beautiful. Check that for the salt level. You might want to add a bit more salt. I'm fine with that. We're now going to add in that fresh cilantro or coriander, whatever you call that. I'm also, which I didn't show you earlier, going to add a little bit of garam masala powder, which is a beautiful finishing spice. Just a little pinch. Going to give that a mix. And this really beautiful cauliflower and potato coconut curry is done. That is good. Hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Say hello. We'd like to hear from you. And we'll see you soon. Lots of love. Hello, how are you doing? Today we're going to make this really simple potato curry with cumin seeds or jira. So aloo jira, absolutely delicious. Let's go and take a look at the ingredients that we need. So the amounts of everything are going to be in the text below. I've got potatoes here, and I've peeled those, and I've just parboiled them. I put them into some water, a little bit of salt, brought it to the boil, and then cooked them just for 2 to 3 minutes. So, They've got a little head start on them. You can do it with raw potatoes, just takes a bit longer. Onion, tomato, garlic ginger paste, cilantro or coriander, cumin seeds, fresh curry leaves. If you can get these, fantastic. If you can't, don't worry. Some fresh chilli. I'm using some red one today. I'm using it whole. Chop it if you want. And in here I've got 3 spices. I've got 2 teaspoons of cumin powder and then 1 of each of chili powder and turmeric. We're going to start this off with some oil. We're going to add some salt. This is delicious. So here we go. You're going to need a pan or a wok or something like that. I've got some oil in there. I'm using sunflower oil. You can change that if you wanted. In goes those cumin seeds. And what we want to do is just let them infuse that oil a little bit. We're going to drop in those fresh curry leaves. Fresh curry leaves, like I said, if you can get them, absolutely wonderful. If not, you could possibly get them dry. I've seen them dry in a few places. And what we're going to do is we're going to drop in our potatoes. And for about 4 minutes on this high heat, we're going to throw them around in this pan. Looking wonderful. Next up, I'm going to add in our onion. I've sliced my onion. You can chop it small if you want. We're also going to add in our fresh chilli at this stage. Like I say, I'm using a red one. You could use green if you want. And like I say, mine are whole if you wanted. Chop them. Let's get some salt in there. Staying on this high heat. I'll see you in about another 3 or 4 minutes. And I'm going to add in our garlic ginger paste, which is a 50-50 mix of garlic and ginger, and our powders. So let's just take a look again. 2 teaspoons for this amount of cumin, 1 of chili and 1 of turmeric. Just going to add a little splash of water, and I'll be back in about another 3 or 4 minutes. Next up, we're going to drop in that tomato, 1 tomato that I've sliced. And again, about another 3 or 4 minutes, keeping it moving on this high heat. And that's it, we're done. The tomatoes are just softening in there. Potatoes are nice and tender. Off goes the heat. A little bit of cilantro or coriander, whatever you call that. And that's it, beautiful. Hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Please do. Give us a thumbs up. Leave us a comment. We'd like to hear from you, see how you're doing. Keep well, lots of love. Hello, how you doing? Welcome back. What we're going to be doing today is a arrabbiata, or a tomato sauce with a touch of chili in it. We're going to make a fresh tomato sauce. It's absolutely delicious, it's super easy, it's tasty. Let's go and take a look at the ingredients that we need. Okay, let's have a look at this then, shall we? So, fresh tomatoes. I've got like 4 regular sized tomatoes. Try and use a nice ripe one. The pasta I'm using today is this fusilli. You can be using any type of pasta that you want. Get that ready. Onion, 1 onion, a few black olives in the mix. You can put green in if you want. A couple of dried chilies, tablespoon of chopped garlic, 2 teaspoons of chili, 2 teaspoons of dried oregano, and 125 grams of tomato paste. We're going to start this off with some olive oil, add some salt and pepper. That's about it. Very simple and super delicious. Alright then, very easy. So I've got a little bit of olive oil in there. Use a different oil if you want. Let's drop in our dried whole chili, and to that let's add our 1 onion. I'm using a red onion chopped. About 4 to 5 minutes. We're on a fairly high heat. Keep it moving. Let's get these nicely cooked. Beautiful stuff. Let's drop in that chopped garlic, like a tablespoon. I'm also going to drop in those few olives. Completely optional actually, but I just like them in there. Let's go with some salt, some black pepper, and then I'm going to add our chili powder and our dried oregano. Staying on this lively heat, let's just go for another 2 minutes. Keep it moving all the time now. Fabulous, fabulous stuff. Let's drop in those fresh tomatoes. And I'm going to add some water. That's just like a cup of cold water. We may be adding some more. We'll see how our tomatoes pan out. Now let's go for about 5, 6, 7 minutes. High heat. We just want to really cook these tomatoes out. Want them really, really nice and soft. Give it a stir every now and then. Okay, I've been going like 6 or 7 minutes, and as you can see, I actually got a bit more moisture from my tomatoes because they were nice and ripe. If you didn't, you can just top it up. If it dries out, top it up with a little bit of water, but this is perfect. You can see the tomatoes are breaking down really nicely. What we're going to do now is grab our tomato paste, get that in there. That's going to deepen the colour, make it just a little bit richer. Give that a little mix. What we're going to do now is turn the heat down to a simmer and let that go for about another 5 or 6 minutes. Give it a stir every now and then, and we've got ourselves a really beautiful tomato sauce here. See you in about 5 minutes. And that is looking beautiful. What you want to do now is check that for seasoning. It's going to be great for me. You might want to add a bit more salt or pepper. Now with the heat on, staying on a simmer, let's just drop our cooked pasta in. I mean, you could serve it on top. I just want mine mixed in. I'm using this fusilli. It's a whole wheat fusilli, but think about a different pasta if you want a penne or a tagliatelle or spaghetti, up to you. I'm going to let that go just for like 3 more minutes, just getting some sauce and heat in, on and around the pasta, and I'll see you at the table. This is done. So that's it. Nice deep tomato sauce, touch of chili, nice little kick. Beautiful. Hope you enjoy that. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, please. Give us a thumbs up, we like that. And give us a comment, we like to hear from you. Keep well, keep safe, keep vegan. Lots of love. Welcome back, how you doing? Today we're going to make a very simple Chinese styled bok choy, pak choy or peche, whatever you call that. Onions, garlic, ginger, little bit of chili. It's really simple and it's absolutely delicious. Let's go and take a look at the ingredients that we need. Okay, let's take a look at the ingredients. Before I get started, all of the amounts are going to be in the text below for you to look at. Here's our pak choy, peche, bok choy. It's got so many different names and there are actually different types. This one is a thin stalk and it's not glossy. Sometimes you see it's very glossy. The green is very, shiny and glossy, and it's got a very thick white stem. This is a different type. There are many types that you can use. Anyway, what I've done is I've washed that and chopped that up. Onion, soy sauce, red chili, ginger, garlic, green onions, spring onions or scallions, whatever you call them. We're going to start this off with a little bit of oil and we're going to add some black pepper. So I've got my wok here and I've got some oil in there. I'm using a sunflower oil. Use something different if you want. I'm going to drop in our ginger. Our chopped garlic. And our onion. Highish heat, 3 minutes, keep it moving. Beautiful. Very simply, we're going to drop in our peche, bok choy, bok choy, whatever you call that. And we're going to go now for about 4 minutes, again staying on this high heat. I'll see you then. Looking absolutely beautiful. We're now going to add some black pepper. Now I'm not going to add any salt because I'm going to add soy sauce, which is salty enough for me. You might want to add a little bit more if you fancy it. First let's drop in that chili, which is totally optional to be honest, but I like it in there. Now we're going to go for that soy sauce. I'm also going to add just a little splash of water. 3 more minutes, keep it moving. Off goes the heat, that is beautiful. Let's finish that off with some green onions. Or spring onions, whatever you may call them, and that is it. You've got a really beautiful, simple dish there, which is wonderful with rice. Hope you enjoy that. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Please do leave us a comment and a thumbs up. We do like to hear from you. We'll speak to you soon. Lots of love. Hello, welcome back once again. Today on the menu, very easy, we're going to do some bean sprouts with some soy, garlic and ginger. Delicious. Let's go take a look at the ingredients that we need. Okay, so let's take a look at what we have here. And as always, if you're a regular to the show, the amounts of everything are going to be in the text below for you to read. So we've got our bean sprouts here, bell peppers, which are optional actually, they just add a nice bit of colour, onion, ginger, garlic, soy sauce. Now the soy sauce that I'm using is a dark one, you can use light if you want, and some green onion tops. We're going to start this off with a touch of oil. We're going to add black pepper. We're not adding salt because we've got the soy. Really simple and delicious. Okay, so I've got my wok here. You're going to need a wok or a skillet or something like that. In there I've got some sunflower oil. You could be using a different oil if you want. The heat is on. We're going to drop in our ginger. Then our onion. And now our garlic. 3 minutes, keep it moving, we're on a high heat. Wonderful. Onions, garlic, ginger. Lovely stuff. Okay, let's drop in our optional bell peppers for colour. And if you don't have bell peppers, carrots are quite nice. If you cut carrots, you know, really nice and thin, they're also nice in this. I'm going to add some black pepper, and like I say, we're not going to add any salt. You can if you want, but for me the soy is salty enough. We're now going to go in with our bean sprouts, and we're going to throw these around in the pan for another 3 minutes. Wonderful stuff. Okay, like I say, we're very nearly done. Going to add a little splash of water. Then I'm going to add my soy sauce. Like I say, I'm using a dark soy. You could be using a light one if you want. We're going to go for 3 more minutes. Then we're done. Okay, off goes the heat. Now if you want, maybe get some fresh chili in there. I'm fine. We're going to end this off with those spring onion, green onions, or scallion tops, whatever you call them. Give that a little mix in and that is done. That's a beauty. Nice and easy. Great with some rice maybe. Okay, that's it. Give us a thumbs up please, helps us out a lot. Subscribe to our channel, again helps us out. Keep safe, keep well. Leave us a message and say hi. We like to sort of hear from you. It's strange just cooking and not understanding who we're aiming at. So yeah, a lot of people are starting to talk to us now, which is great. We'll see you soon. Lots of love. Hello everyone, how you doing? On the menu today, carrot coriander soup. Super basic, super delicious, nothing to it. I love this one so much. Let's go and take a look at the ingredients that we need. Okay, let's take a look at what we have here. Very simple amounts of ingredients for this beautiful soup. By the way, all of the amounts are going to be in the text below. So we've got carrots, potato, onion, fresh coriander or cilantro, and coriander powder. So easy. I'm just going to add salt and pepper to this and water. If you want, you could be adding a stock, and some people put a little bit of garlic in or some lemon zest. For me, just the basics makes this a beautiful, beautiful soup. Okay, so not only have we got few ingredients, the method is just so simple. You're going to need a large pot or something like a pan. I've got some oil in there. I'm using sunflower oil. Simply, let's get in our potatoes, our carrots. I've kind of gone like 2 to 1 carrots to potatoes, and our onion. Now if you want, you can get a little bit of celery in here maybe. Like I say, I just like this kind of really simple method. Let's get some black pepper in there. Let's get some salt in there. Let's get our coriander powder in there. How easy is this? Okay, look, 4 to 5 minutes. We're on quite a lively heat. Let's just throw this around and saute it a little bit. And then simply we're going to add liquid of your choice. Like I say, I'm going to use water. You could use a stock if you want. And then we're going to boil it up until it's super tender and then liquidize it. So easy, so tasty. See you in about 5 minutes. Okay, that's at 5 minutes, little saute, just to sort of bring it together. Now, like I say, if you want, add stock. I'm going to be using water. So I've got cold water here, and we're going to go in and just cover it a little bit. Like I say, once we liquidize it, we can see how thick or thin it is, and if it's too thick, we can just add a bit more liquid. Right, I'm going to grab a lid. For me, the size that I've cut those vegetables is probably going to be about 25 minutes of boiling. Like I say, you want to get your fork in there, or a knife in there, sorry, and you know it will just fall off. You know, nice and super tender. Baby food is kind of what we're looking for, isn't it? Okay, off goes the heat. Off comes the lid. Let me get a load of steam out of there for you. Now, I've just checked that. Super soft. Everything's really soft in there. Really soft indeed. Time to liquidize it. Now, I use one of these guys that go in and you give it a little bit of a whiz up. So yeah, I'm going to get on with that, and yeah, we'll see how thick it is or thin it is. I think we're going to need to add some more liquid to it for sure. Okay, yeah, that's too thick for me. I mean, some people like it like that. I just want it a bit thinner than that. Bit of water in there. And while we're here, let's drop in our fresh cilantro or coriander. Gonna go again. And that is a beautiful consistency for me. You can make it thinner if you want, or thicker, up to you. Check that for salt and pepper. You might want to add a little bit more in there. And if you wanted, a little bit of coconut milk could be delicious. But for me, that is perfect. Super happy. Hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We'll see you soon. Lots of love. Hi, how you doing? Welcome back. On the menu today, we're going to make a potato and chickpea coconut curry, aloo chana. Really delicious. Vegan and vegetarian. And I'd like to take this opportunity to ask you to check out our new vegan channel that we set up. 100% vegan, so get over there and take a look. The link will pop up at the end, and the link is below in the text. In the meantime, let's get on with this beautiful one. Let's go and take a look at the ingredients that we need. Okay, let's take a look at what we have here. Let's start at the back. There I've got coconut milk. I've got about 300 ml or half a pint of coconut milk. I've got some chickpeas here, cooked chickpeas. If you're going to use yours from a can, it's always good to give them a nice wash in some cold water. Rinse them out, because that water they come in is not so good. Potatoes, I've peeled those. I've probably got twice as much as the chickpeas there, and cut them about the same size as the chickpeas. I've got one onion there, chop that up. Chili, fresh chili, I'm using red, but you can use green. And I'm just using one, that's just one chili. You can sort of adjust that as you wish. I've got 1 tablespoon of garlic and ginger paste. That's a 50-50 mix of crushed garlic and ginger. We use loads of it on the channel. If you want, make it yourself. I'll leave a link at the end if I remember. The video will pop up. Or you can buy it in a jar or something from most stores. Okay, our powders. So we've got equal parts here, like a teaspoon each, or just above a teaspoon each. We've got cumin, coriander, and fennel powder. The fennel powder is going to give it a really delicious taste. Then we've got, again, same amounts, turmeric, chili powder, and garam masala powder. I'm going to start this off with some oil. We're going to add salt and some fresh cilantro at the end. Let's get to the cooker. So I'm going to start this off with some oil. The heat is on. And I'm using this organic soya oil. I'm trying this out. I've tried it a few times. I quite like it. It's quite good. But you could be using any type of oil that you want, actually. Next up, we're going to drop in our onion. And we're on a fairly lively high heat. I'll see you in about 3 minutes. Okay, so onions are just changing colour. Next step is I'm going to add in my potatoes. Like I say, I've peeled these potatoes and cut them quite small. We're now going to continue for about another 4 to 5 minutes. We want to give these potatoes a nice head start before we add any other ingredients. We're going to stay on this lively heat. So we just give them a nice head start, and at this stage we're now going to add pretty much everything. I'm going to start by adding some salt, our red chilli. I'm going to get the first powders in. Let's take a look at these. So chili powder, garam masala powder, and turmeric. Equal parts of all of these guys. And then here we've got cumin, coriander, and the fennel powder. Fennel powder is absolutely delicious. Next up, our garlic ginger paste. Like I said earlier, that's a 50-50 mix of garlic and ginger. We're going to add our cooked chickpeas. We're going to give this a stir, and we're going to go for about another 3 or 4 minutes. Keep it moving all the time now though. The reason that I ask you to keep it moving all the time is once your powders go in, they can burn. If you just let it sit, they will burn, and what will happen is they will become very bitter. So that's why you need to keep it moving. Okay, we're going to drop the heat down low, not to a simmer, but low. And I'm now going to add in that coconut milk. Now I'm going to let this go for about another 5 or 6 minutes. What we're looking for here is our potatoes to be nice and tender. And if it dries out a little bit, you can just add a little bit more coconut milk or water. It might just reduce down too much for you. So yeah, nice low heat here. I'll see in about 6 minutes or so. And that is looking really, really beautiful. That's a really nice consistency there for me. I'm going to turn the heat off. Now I'm going to add some fresh cilantro or coriander, whatever you call that. I'm going to give that a little mix. And that is done. I'll see you at the table. And there you go. Delicious with rice or with some sort of Indian bread like paratha or naan or something like that. Hope you enjoy that. Now please do check out our 100% vegan channel. This is obviously vegan, but we created a new channel and we could really do with your support. If you get over there, I'll leave the link, it'll pop up about now-ish. And that's it. We'll see you soon. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Leave us a comment, say hi, we'd like to hear from you, and we'll see you soon. Lots of love. Hi, how you doing? Not going to keep you long at all today. A very, 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 very simple salad. Chickpeas, a few other bits, delicious. Let's get on with it. So let's take a look at what we have here. I mean, really, really basic and simple, but delicious. Chickpeas, I've got my chickpeas from a can. If you're getting them from a can, give them a really nice wash in some cold water. The water they're in is not so fantastic. Tomato, green onions, cucumber, lemon juice, olive oil, and I'm using mint. You could use a different fresh herb if you want. Basil would be good. Parsley, coriander, but I'm going to go with mint today. Salt, pepper, that's it. We're going to give it a mix. Delicious. So absolutely nothing to it. Mixing bowl. There's my chickpeas. There's my fresh mint. There's my green onions, scallions or spring onions, whatever you call them. A little bit of chopped tomato. Little bit of cucumber. If you want, you can get some olives in here, some bell peppers. I mean, you know, you can go whichever direction you like. Nice bit of quality olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, a little bit of lemon or lime juice, touch of salt. Hit that with some black pepper. What we're going to do is give that a mix, and this is done. This is the shortest video in the world. And there you go, super, super easy. Hope you enjoy that. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thumbs up's always good for us. Leave us a comment. We'll see you soon. Lots of love. Hello, how you doing? Welcome back. Today we're going to make, as you can see here, just finished piping hot, we're going to make a vegetable chili, or chili con vegan. Got some just different types of vegetables in there, red beans, some beautiful spices, absolutely delicious and easy to make. Let's go and take a look at the ingredients that we need. Okay, let's take a look at all of our ingredients, just to let you know before I get started, the amounts of everything are going to be in the text below. So we've got 1 can of tomatoes there, plum tomatoes. They're whole. I'm going to crush them a little bit. And then we've got our red beans. Now, I've used these from a can. If you're using from a can, please give them a nice wash in some cold water. The water they come in is not so beautiful. Onion, garlic, tomato paste, cilantro or coriander, and then our spices here. 4 spices for this one. Equal parts, about a teaspoon each, of chili powder, paprika, cumin, and oregano. And then the veg. I mean, you can add any veg you want. I'm using mushrooms, zucchini, bell peppers, and eggplant. But yeah, you can mix that up, and they're basically equal parts of. We're going to start this off with a touch of olive oil. We're going to add some salt and pepper. That's about it. It's delicious. Let's go to the cooker. Okay, so you need a pan or a wok like I've got here. I've got some olive oil in there. We're going to start off by dropping in our onion and our garlic, and we're just going to go for like 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, so these are just coming on really nicely. Now what you need to do next is add your hardest vegetables. If you were using, for example, celery or carrots, get them in now. I'm going to go in with my eggplant, and I've cut it all really quite small. I'm also going to add in my beans now. And again, about 3 minutes, and as you can hear, we're on quite a high heat. Okay, this is looking fabulous. Now let's get a little bit of black pepper on the go, a little bit of salt, and then I'm going to add my final vegetables because they're all kind of quite soft type vegetables. So we've got the bell peppers, the zucchini, kusa or courgette, whatever you call that, and then my mushrooms. Like I say, they're roughly sort of equal parts of everything here, which you can adjust as you like. 3 more minutes, just getting this on the go a little bit, staying on this vibrant heat. This is going to be delicious. So this really is coming together beautifully. Let's get our spices in, but before we do that, let's just take one more look. Equal parts, I've got like 2 teaspoons roughly maybe of oregano or oregano, paprika, cumin and chili powder. That's a lovely mix for that. A little mix around in there. Next up, we're going to add in our canned tomatoes, which I crushed, like I said, with my hand. That, what's that, maybe a tablespoon maybe of tomato paste or puree. A nice mix. We're going to now set the heat to just above a simmer, and we're going to let this go for 6 to 7 minutes, and it's going to be nearly done and delicious. I'll see you then. That is looking beautiful. Off goes the heat. Check that for seasoning, salt and pepper I mean by that. That is going to be great. Finally, a bit of cilantro or coriander, whatever you call that, in there. Give it a mix, get some rice on, because this is delicious with rice, or in a jacket potato, you know, in a baked potato, this is good. But yeah, I'm super happy with that. If you wanted, you can get some fresh chili in there, but I think that the chili powder that we put in is enough for this. That's up to you, isn't it? Personal choice. Okay, that's it. Hope you enjoy that. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Please give us a thumbs up. That helps us out a lot. Say hello, we do like to hear from you. Give us a little message. Keep safe, keep well. Lots of love.